Right, everyone, please. The good news is we found skin cells under the deceased's fingernails, which means...
Lance tried to fight off his attackers, at least other than the previous victims who had nothing under their nails.
That indicates that, unlike the others, Lance was probably not a willing participant.
It also gives us a potential DNA match with any future suspects.
So, what else have we got? Any more suggestions on where Lance went on to last night?
Well, I've asked around the team. That came up blank, nothing from his personal effects. We're checking his movements now through his mobile.
And Lance's neighbours? Any more from that direction?
The usual complaints about noisy drunks, plus a shift worker who lived opposite saw an unfamiliar white car parked up at around 11:30.
Memorable because...
Nothing. They're just hot on parking around there. Got a partial index.
OK, run it through the DVLA. Good. Keep checking those street cameras.
Mum. I feel so helpless, you know, just sitting here.
My MRT experience, and I'm sitting here watching last night's drunks puke up.
You should be out there interviewing punks from the Askill Arms, being more proactive.
So you want to count yourself lucky? Death of a colleague. Muriel could have pushed us all off this and brought in new people. At least we're involved. Yeah, Kate, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine, Phil. Listen, thanks for ringing me about the DNA results last night. I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to be registering his name later. And, well, I'd like you to be there.
Listen, Kate, this really isn't a good time, but I'll try. I can't promise you anything.
Fine, but I'll be at the registry office at 1 o'clock.
I meant what I said earlier. If you want to book off, no one will think any less of you.
No, Mum. I'm fine.
You and Lance worked together a lot, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, we did. We got on well. He was beginning to open up to me. I just really liked him, you know. I thought he was a decent young bloke.
Come on. You're going to have to find a way to deal with this properly. Not keep it all inside. Right. Once you've done your interview with MIT, I'll get someone to drive you home.
No, I'm all...
No arguments.
I just can't believe it. Don't do it to Lance.
Mum, we had a hit with one of the street cameras.
You found Lance?
Yeah, we picked him up at 20:45 outside the Askill Arms. Then 12 minutes later near a bar called The Radar on Luther Street.
Did Lance make the call?
Yeah, it was a short call, then he entered the bar.
What do we know about this place?
Not much, it's just a pretty average gay bar. Nothing outrageous. Me and Zane did a drugs op out there recently. One of the bartenders was selling crystal meth. He earning 12% as a punter.
So Lance would have been familiar with the place.
And it might be where he met his killer.
Do you know what time he left? Was he with anyone?
We're still checking the tape.
OK, you better get down there, speak to the manager, see if anyone remembers seeing Lance or who he spoke to.
OK, I'll take Mickey. He's got MIT experience.
Good. Where are we with Lance's mobile?
According to TIU, Lance only made one phone call last night, around 20:55.
Right, but that's the call he made by radar.
That's right. The number is registered to David Simpson. I'm still trying to contact him now.
Fine, well, let me know as soon as you have something.
Mum.
These are all the tapes from last night. Like I said, usually we cover the front entrance, toilet corridor and the main bar area, but I'm afraid the front entrance camera was broken last week. We're waiting for a repair.
And you don't remember seeing our officer from about 9 o'clock onwards. See if you could take another look.
Believe me, I wish I could help. If this killer's targeting gay men, you have my full support. But like I said, I was in here most of the night clearing invoices.
And there wasn't any reports of any trouble, people acting suspicious?
Weirdos, you mean? No, that's not what this place is about. They're a good crowd. We have the odd birthday group in, nothing out of the ordinary.
What about your bar staff?
They won't be in for another half hour. Look, I need to get on. OK.
Yeah, it's fine. Just let us know when your staff arrive. Thanks.
Super Superintendent Acaro's just given a press briefing, so I expect the phones to start ringing. Also, we've issued safety warnings through every gay liaison forum advising people to be on their guard.
Mum, I've located David Simpson.
Lance's last phone call.
Yeah, they were mates at Hendon. Now, apparently they arranged to meet at Radar for a few drinks. Only David didn't show up. And that's been confirmed by 2 witnesses that were with him all night.
Did you get anywhere tracking Lance's mobile phone signal?
Yes, Mom. The network records state that Lance was in the vicinity of Radar at 2305, then Bellina Road at 2307, Metal Lane at 2310, and so on until he got home at 2320 and stayed there. The speed of the movement indicates he was in a vehicle of some sort.
Only we know that Lance doesn't own a car, and he was in no fit state to drive.
Right, Susie, get onto the taxi firms, find out if anyone picked him up and if he was alone.
Already on it, Mom.
Thank you.
And I think we might have found the link.
Go on.
I went back through Kamal Siddiqui's credit card statements. Seems he used to drink at Radar pretty regularly. Him and James Trent too.
All 4 murders in a 2-mile radius with Radar right here at the hub, meaning it's probably where our killer selects his victims.
So Lance was expecting to meet his mate, only his mate didn't show up.
And that's when our killer wanders over, strikes up a conversation. But Lance is preoccupied. He's worrying whether Mark's breaking up with him or not. So he wants reassurance. He's desperate for someone to talk to.
And after a few more drinks, maybe the killer's gone over and suggested they go back to Lance's place. But we don't know. Maybe Lance wanted to be tied up. We don't know what he was into.
If so, that would give us another link.
Which is?
Think about it. Kamal Siddiqui's a gay Muslim, desperate to keep his sexuality away from his family. Richard Newman is married, but he's been blackmailed by Josh Hill, a male escort.
And you think the killer's homophobic?
No. I'm saying that maybe it's the fact that these 2 victims had secret lives away from their friends and family that made them vulnerable.
And in the meantime, the killer's moved on to his next victim.
So, could it be that the main link is that all these men had secret lives, including Lance?
Well, there's Lance. Who's this fella?
It's a bit of a bad angle, isn't it?
Know each other?
Okay, this is the barman. We need to speak to him. We need to find out who that was.
Yeah.
And this is his last appearance on the tape.
Yeah. Well, Lance appears to leave alone.
Yeah, except we can't confirm that because the main door camera is broken.
Susie had no luck with the street cameras either. She checked the tapes twice. There's no sign of Lance leaving.
So how did he get home?
Sorry to interrupt. All the staff are here now.
Okay, thanks. We'll see them one at a time at the bar.
I can't believe it.
So you remember him?
Yeah. I got to know him when he was here undercover. We had a barman who was selling crystal meth. I gave him information. That was you? We talked quite a bit. He seemed like such a good bloke. You right? Yeah. Yeah, I just can't believe he's dead.
Excuse me? Can we get a drink here, please?
Yes, sorry. I need to speak to these officers.
Officers?
That's right.
I just heard the announcement. For a gay man, Dad. It's horrible.
Well, I can assure you, sir, we're doing everything we can.
But you didn't think to warn anybody so people here can protect themselves?
Well, like my colleague just said, sir, we are doing everything we can. We checked the security tapes. You were speaking to PC Powell last night.
Yeah, not for very long. He was chatting with some other bloke, finished his drink and then left. And this other bloke, did you recognise him? I see him in here from time to time. Some kind of male escort. You know, comes in and picks up men. Wait, you're not saying he's got something to do with it?
It would be very helpful if you could give us a name.
Sorry, I don't know his name. But there might be a photograph. We had a birthday party in here last night, and one of the regulars was taking pictures.
Have you seen this man?